Mr. Neumann, can you just elaborate a little bit more based off your graphic about tax cuts? I think you've indicated in the past that next year you begin to cut taxes.
Yes.
Where are you going to cut the taxes? Can you be as specific as you can about that?
Well, I would like to roll back the Doyle tax increases for starters, and after we get done with that, I would really like to see across-the-board tax cuts in the state of Wisconsin, with an eye again toward making us very competitive and attracting jobs to our state. So it will be very focused. I didn't have this chart up here before, but this is actually a picture of what happens when we get to a balanced budget. So in other words, the other one I showed you, the deficit, what we're actually dealing with the stimulus money and the problems that we are dealing with, the budget gimmicks. This one starts when the budget is actually in balance and looks at what happens under this plan. And you can see that this gap widens pretty rapidly. As a matter of fact, it widens by about 3% a year. So there will be substantial dollars available for reducing taxes if we have the fortitude to say no to additional spending. Because what's happened in the past in our state, and in almost every level of government, is this revenue starts appearing. Because the revenue does appear, it's going to be there. And there are so many pressures to spend that money that it does not get converted over to tax cuts. And as a result, this economy is not, and I'll use that word, stimulated. The way to stimulate the economy is through tax cuts. But if they spend that money, they don't get the tax cuts and they don't increase the revenue additionally.
Could just, if I could follow
Sure.
up, when you talk about across-the-board tax cuts, are you talking about across-the-board cuts in income taxes?
I'm talking, yes. I mean, if you want me to be governor and I get to have my way, I'd like to see income taxes to come down significantly. I'd like to see taxes, sales tax to be reduced. I mean, we need to expand our horizons to a point where we see true tax reform in the state of Wisconsin to make us a competitive state to attract jobs here. So I do mean across the board. So look at every level of taxation in Wisconsin, and I do mean across the board.